movie on.
You think I come to talk in my pool or what? Positions on the floor, it's like erotic. Ironic, cause I'm somewhat psychotic. I'm hitting switches on bitches like I've been fixed when I drop. Up and down like a roller coaster. I'm up beside you, I ain't quick until the show.
Can't nobody tell me I don't make a bad motherfucking battery, cause that fucking pack is a beast.
It's too old to understand the way the game go. You're lame, so I gotta hit you with the hot facts. On some release, I'm making niggas top that. They wanna sit to me, they'd rather see me in the cell. Living never really do it, bust them in the jail. Now everybody talking about us, I could give a fuck.
Someone don't want no forever. Step up for that in the area. Say me some cat in them out there. I love the girls them forever. But I let love go, me who let the love us stay. But I let the love of people shine bright along the way. Come up and miss a cat in all the girls them DJ. I said darling, show me darling my baby. Open darling, show me darling my baby. I miss a darling my Mary. I miss a darling my lady. I said she love me and she driving me crazy. I said she love me and she driving me crazy. Especially when she spot Philip and Ross and Johnny. And when she spot Mr. Cat and Donny Puppy. The girl that tell me say she want the milk and she honey. She come to the place and hold the general and get her honey. Say Mr. Cat, you are my one and my only. She said I like it when you're driving me crazy. Oh baby girl, you know I love you manly. I said I love it like all the fish them just a swimming on the sea. And I love it like all the pocket money love some money. And I love it like all the kids I know it love a baby. If all of the girls should live and they should go across the sea.
What it do, E-World? Chriscrossingwires, back with another video. It's been a long time since I made a whole video, but honestly, after damn near 2,000 videos, I pretty much ran out of good shit to make videos about. Other than what was supposed to be my dream build, a full electric motorcycle. Originally I wanted to do an entire conversion, but then I realized that there was already a platform using basically a e-motorcycle frame, and that was the Fly e-bike RZ, basically a Ninja 300E frame. And yeah, they have these bikes converted already. You can get them reasonably cheap on Facebook Marketplace, because they're initially sold, some of them, if you get the base model, with lead acids, and a lot of time people buy them with lead acids, and when the lead acids die, they pretty much think the bike is dead. So you can acquire one really reasonably. And as far as well, just stock, these bikes normally do about 55 miles an hour max. With the little 72 volt systems they come with, they're not really powerful. It's an 80 amp Lingbo controller, and yeah, they'll do about 55, but this bike is easily upgradable. I was able to upgrade it with a BAC 8000 and a DIY battery. With the stock motor, you can get these things up to about 75-80 miles an hour, and that's good for a lot of people, most people in fact. But actually I took this build a little further and I upgraded the motor as well. That is a 12 kilowatt QS motor, and man, that thing can handle some power. So yeah, right now the battery that I'm running in this bike is a 72 volt 94.5 amp hour P45B custom battery build, and in fact I built this pack exclusively for Rivit, not to be distributed in their bikes, you know, from the dealer, but to serve as an aftermarket upgrade for those like me that need a little more than stock. Although their bikes do very, very well stock because they have a BAC 8000 controller. They come with them. Same controller I'm running on this bike. In my opinion, the best controller they ever made, can still make. Far as 72 volts wise, the field weakening is next level. And if you have the capabilities to unlock it, you can even take it to the next level after that, which is what I've done here. So today I'll be attempting to do a top speed record on this bike. Well, not maybe a record, who knows, but at least do a top speed run and see what the top speed of this bike is. I've been trying to do it. I haven't been able to reach its top speed yet. Been a little leery, and so, you know, I hadn't been riding in a while, so I had to, you know, get my riding confidence back up to par. And not only that, you know, doing it on a highway, it's a little dangerous, because if something happens, you getting ran over. So you know, nobody wants that. But yeah, I'm going to attempt to prove what you can do on 72 volts with the right amount of power. Now, I tried to do the same thing on my Stealth Bomber. In fact, I did. And the thing is, I'm running basically the same exact system, just a larger battery and a larger motor, because this is a larger bike. However, what I was running on my Stealth Bomber was still capable of the same thing this bike could do, except I always tried to tell people how difficult it was to do a top speed run on this regular road that I do travel on. With that bike, I couldn't take it to where I can take this bike, and I don't have any long straights. So just showing the difficulty of getting the top speed out of this bike, man. You need a long straight road for at least a half mile, preferably with no traffic. And I had to take that bike down the country, and man, I did a top speed down there that I couldn't even claim because I messed up the video footage. But I always told people that bike was capable of it, and you know, whether they believe me or not, you know, of course there were those that didn't. But regardless, I'm gonna prove it on this one, and try to separate myself from other builders. Well, there are a lot of great builders out there, believe me. There are some great builders and modifiers. I'm one of many, but I just want to put my name in the Hall of Fame, and prove that the ways in which I go about making my batteries so they can produce the most amps possible out of whatever cells I'm using, deliver those amps to the controller with no bottlenecks, and just have everything, you know, top shelf, top notch, and up to the task. A lot of people build batteries, and even though the cells might be capable of a lot of amps, unless everything else is capable, you're not going to get those amps. So this pack I made for them is making a hell of a lot of amps with minimum voltage sag, and that's what you need to you know, do top speed runs. You need to be able to make a lot of DC line amps with as less sag as possible, and I'm gonna prove that today. Make no mistake about it. Oh boy. Let's see. Also, I put a little stereo system on this bike, so let's see if I can get it going here. Okay, obviously I gotta get connected. Watch it. Come on, B. Alright, there we go. How do you want it?
How does it feel? Coming up as a nigga in the cash game, living in a fast lane life for real. How do you want it? How do you feel? Coming up as a nigga in the cash game, living in a fast lane life for real. Love the way you activate your hips and push your ass out. Got a nigga wanting this so bad I'm about to pass out. Wanna dig you, and I can't even lie about it, baby. Just alleviate your clothes, time to fly out.
Let me explain what I'm using for my stereo system. I got a little 12-volt amplifier kit, not a very large one, but one is capable of 35 watts RMS, and that's all that is. But the speaker system I'm using is out of a Bose Wave radio. I love those radios. They have such a deep, rich, full sound. So I was fortunate enough to have a couple of those things. One that I sacrificed and took that little Bose Reflex bandpass box they use in there, that little cabinet, which is great, with little 3-inch woofers. They sound like a pretty decent sized subwoofer. But anyway, it's mounted in there.
Positions on the floor, it's like erotic. Ironic, cause I'm somewhat psychotic. I'm hitting switches on bitches like I've been fixed when I drop it. Up and down like a roller coaster. I'm up beside you, I ain't quick until the show is over. Cause I'm about to in and up just like a
But it's pretty decent. But anyway, that's where we at. And I'm gonna go out here today, man, and complete this mission on trying to get a top speed. I don't know what that is, but I'm definitely trying to get over 100 miles an hour. I think this bike got 110 in it if I'm able to stay on it. And you might not believe that you can do that on 72 volts, but with the right amount of amps and the right amount of field weakening, yeah, it's possible. Usually, the average RPM for a hub motor on 72 volts is about 75 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour. But like I said, we got some extra things going for us, so we're gonna see what we can see. Holla at y'all in a few after this ride. Peace.